Okay, what we have here is the number one all-time ever largest mule deer in the non-typical category, scoring 355 and some change. Shot in 1926. This is an oldie but goodie. 1926 in Chip Lake, Alberta, and the deer has 26. That's a lot of years. A lot of years. We're looking at just shy of 100 years it has stood as the world record. 99 years. Has not been beat. This deer has an interesting hunting story to it. Ed Broder and his friend were on their way to hunting camp and got there. It's the typical Alberta pine woods, mountainous foothill type region. And they went in there, and Ed came upon a set of deer tracks, a large set, and started tracking it through the snow, and had put some distance on it. And evening was approaching, and he had crossed a few moose had crossed the trail of this deer, where this deer was traveling to, and he had to make a decision as to whether he wanted to chase the moose or continue following this deer he had been tracking. And with light coming to a minimal very quickly, he decided that he'll go after the mule deer, since a mule deer would not cover as much ground in distance as walking moose would. So he continued on the process of looking for this deer, eventually came upon a swamp and spotted the deer feeding in a direction where the deer was facing opposite of him, not looking at him. He was feeding away from him. And he contemplated taking a shot and looked at it, but the position wasn't ideal. You normally want to shoot a deer if it's broadside. But after contemplating it for a while, he decided he's going to do the old Texas heart shot and try to take out the deer by hitting him in the back and hitting the spine, and aimed carefully, pulled the trigger, and accomplished his mission. The deer went down right where it stood in its tracks, and the rest is history. So here it is, a beautiful, beautiful, so symmetrically balanced, non-typical, with beautiful color and a score that's way, way up there. There's only a handful of 300 inchers out there in mule deer, and this one towers at 355. So it's way up there in a safety zone. There's not a lot of 340s and things like that behind it. It's really truly up on a top pedestal of all mule deer that have ever been harvested.